15-year-old Catherine Carricker had her first seizure when she was just 3 years old. Within a few months, Catherine's uncontrolled epilepsy affected her motor functions and her speech, and the seizures just kept coming.
She can have as many as 50 seizures a day or as few as 2 or 3.
Catherine's mother, Terry Carricker, provided this video to show the harsh reality of what Catherine goes through every single day. Seeing her daughter struggling convinced Terry to try everything she could to help, even buying medical marijuana illegally before Texas allowed people with Catherine's condition to obtain it.
And it was amazing, the benefit that it had for her.
About 2 years ago, Catherine's mom signed her up for a study to test out Epidiolex, a medication made with the marijuana component cannabidiol, or CBD, which is known to produce a relaxing effect on the brain.
It cut her seizure numbers approximately in half. It reduced the intensity of most of her seizures and the duration of them.
Catherine has been on Epidiolex ever since, with very few side effects. Last week, the FDA approved the medication for people with specific epileptic diagnoses. Catherine made the cut.
It hasn't been a miracle drug, and it won't be for all kids. I do know some kids that have achieved seizure freedom with it. But, you know, it's another tool in the toolbox, basically, for doctors that are dealing with hard-to-treat epilepsy.
Terry is hopeful that the FDA will consider other prescription drugs containing marijuana components for hard-to-treat diagnoses.
The benefit of having an FDA-approved drug, of course, the primary one, is that over time, eventually insurance companies will pay for it, which will make it more accessible for a larger number of people.
FDA Commissioner Dr. Scott Gottlieb wrote this about the decision, quote, "This is an important medical advance, but it's also important to note that this is not an approval of marijuana or all of its components. This is the approval of one specific CBD medication for a specific use." Terry believes the move will convince more doctors to prescribe CBD and more parents to feel comfortable treating their children with it.
I'm hopeful that this is the beginning of a brand new era of medication, basically.